everyone. I'm Nancy Shah, and we are back with another live session at Speaker's Circle. How are you all? Thank you so much for joining us here. Well, if you are watching us right now, I welcome you all for this today's session. It is going to be a quite unique and a different session because this time we are going to have a knowledge sharing session. And we have a wonderful speaker here with us who is going to share her knowledge and experience with all of us. We are going to discuss global business etiquettes, how to deal with people from different countries, what are the sophisticated etiquettes and core values that each and every country follows, and how you should deal with them while doing business with them. Like we are in India, I think majority of us are in India, and Indians follow a particular method or etiquettes or systems. In the same manner, every country have their own preferences and their own ways of dealing with people, and such knowledge would always help you and me to do a business with other country people very easily. So today's session is going to be all about global business etiquettes. Before we move ahead, let me introduce myself. I am Nancy Shah. I'm a trainer, public speaker, anchor, voiceover artist, and founder of Speakers Circle. Speaker Circle is basically a platform through which we are helping people develop their communication skills, public speaking skills, get connected with like minded people, learn from each other, and grow together. It's a community which is open for all, where you can come and deliver talks and speeches on different topics and gradually improve upon yourself. Here, you can give feedback to others, and people will give feedback to you. And that's how we improvise. We believe that everybody has a scope of improvement, including me. And I also deliver speeches at Speaker Circle, and people give me feedback too. At the same time, we go live on this YouTube channel every Thursday, where we do storytelling, movie reviews, book reviews, poetry recitations, knowledge sharing session, and a lot of other activities. So consider subscribing this YouTube channel so that you can get regular updates regarding all of our live sessions as well as other videos that we post there. Every Tuesday, we post a public speaking tip video or something related to public speaking. Recently, we created two fun videos on public speaking. You must check it out. You'll find it in the recent uploads. And that was really fun shooting them also because, all the different types of public speakers or all the different types of speakers that we have encountered, we have tried covering them there. If you are watching us right now, type your name in the chat section. Also note that the chat is open only for the subscribers. So you need to subscribe this YouTube channel to ensure that you're able to type in a chat. This is going to be a continuous 45 minutes talk session where we are going to discuss about global business etiquettes. So if you are somebody who is willing to go internationally in a business front, or you're somebody who is a student and who want to go there in different countries to study, or you're someone who just is curious about how the etiquettes are followed in different countries, well, this is a session for you. I'm sure you'll get a good sort of information from somebody who is quite experienced in this field. So let me introduce to you our first speaker, our speaker of the day. Well, she is somebody who was born and brought up in Ahmedabad, who currently lives in Pune. She has completed her post graduation, that is Master of Computer Engineering from LJ College of Commerce Engineering, Ahmedabad. She is currently doing a job as a delivery manager at Harbinger Group. She is in the field of information technology for more than 18 years now. So that's a rich experience. She loves driving, traveling, managing people and projects, leadership, and also audiobooks. She loved exploring new places and talking about different things. And she's going to be here with us today to conduct this session. Let us put our hands together for our speaker for the day, that is Dhara Masani. Hi Dhara, how are you?
Oh, hi Nancy. Hi Nancy. I'm absolutely fine. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining today for this live talk and the session that you're going to conduct. So, why, Dhara, you have selected this topic?
Frankly speaking, Nancy, this is like very impressive and very interesting topic because nowadays time where we are dealing with this with globally, right? Now we are not limitly working with domestically or maybe in our surrounding area. Now even any small business it's also working at globally because e-commerce and IT it is nowadays taking people's at n level, right? So in that case, when we are dealing with the people who is in a different culture, and if we are understanding their culture, their behavior, their expectation, that's quite making very easy life for anybody's business, any professional relation. So thought
True,
about like, and like even right now in a pandemic situation where where lots of things change, but culture not change, expectation not change. It is remain the same. So that's why we should understand each other's culture and how we can get the benefit out of that.
true.
Thought to share with everybody.
That's great. So, why this topic mattered to people? That's something that you have already explained. But then, who the session is for? Is it for people of all ages, like for the people who are doing a job, people for the people who are doing a business, or some freelancers? Whom this session would be more beneficial?
Actually, this session will be beneficial to each and every individual people who is getting connected with the international people or international culture.
Or
So
who
it
wants to get connected with international culture?
exactly, exactly. Even nowadays, like people taking online study with the international trainers. So that is also connection. So students, this will be beneficial to student too, and business and the career that is absolutely will be there. Even people doing like as I mentioned now e-commerce via e-commerce people are selling their products at any level of in the world. So they are connecting this way too. So in that case, this is important. Previous days, it was mentioned like we should understand their language, we should speak their language,
Hmm.
but that's not only a part, or that is not even a main part. There is
Huh.
a lot of other
That's
things
not
also.
compulsory.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's not compulsory, right? Even I have worked with one of Morocco client where, of course, that language we will not understand, right? So what has happened? We are having a communicator, so we are having mediator who is transferring our information in both the language. So work
The
was done.
translator.
Yes, translator worked. So language was not the barrier. So we didn't block because of language, right? But when we understand requirements, when we understand that each other's requirements and how we can fulfill, then our work life it's get easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Also,
Yes.
one more question. How did you learn all these things? So, was there somebody to teach you at your college or school or in your surroundings, or you learned it by experience?
80% I must say I learned from experience. So of course, like first time when I'm starting dealing with the different culture people, then definitely I will do some of research before like jumping in that communication or meeting that person or people or group of the people. So I love to do understand their culture. So that's my habit. Like since last almost first time I met one first client. It was a I think Singapore or Chinese client, and at that time also like I did enough Google and just try to understand what is their behavior, what they are expecting, and something. So every time I started learning, and even you don't believe like before this our session I also just wanted to brush up my knowledge like whether I'm right stage or not, and when I read some of articles, and yeah, that is still there, like cultural expectations still there in the world. So
True, true.
from like my experience, but during that experience what I learned, what I read somewhere, and by that I learned this whole thing.
Great. So then this is going to be really interesting because Zara is going to wrap up two things together, things that she has learned from her experience and other things which are required for you to know based on her research. So let me not take more time. I think there are four people who are watching us right now. If you are joined here, please type your name in the chat box. I'll surely try to welcome you suitably. We have Nitin Jani, we have KD Live, thank you for commenting here. Yes, it's an interesting topic. It's a nice topic for sure. Okay, so let me go backstage and give the entire stage to you, Dhara Masani. Over to you, and let's have the insights towards global business etiquettes.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Okay, so thanks for sharing my screen. Yeah, my whole information, of course, it will be in the professional manner, and that is the presentation mode. I'll be having lots of content to share. So, of course, there was a
Before,
few of.
sorry to interrupt you. Before you move ahead, can you
Yeah.
shift a little towards your right side? Because
Um,
when I'm sharing the screen, your face is okay. I think that would be more suitable. Let me
I,
check.
or let me just change like this. Now, I think now it's fine.
Yes, quite better. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Nancy, for checking this. Okay, so as I was saying, like I will go with presentation side because this is only like professional way to present certain things. Of course, I have some of highlighted point over here, but in between, I will be happy to share a few of experience, few of my reading material over there, and I'll be happy to even answer also at last of the presentation if you have anything. Maybe I will learn something from your question. Right? Okay, so this is complete presentation which is in a business global business etiquettes. When we are talking about etiquettes, then of course first it comes in our mind our Indian culture, Indian etiquettes, what we should follow to each other, how we can like handle internal stuff and something. But when we are talking about global business culture, then that's a vast area. It's like a big area what we need to understand. And when we are jumping, we are talking with that person, we are jumping in that culture, either physically, either online or somewhere, we should understand it, global etiquettes, and that helps, definitely that helps. We are right now taking that help in terms of business, how it will be helps to the business, how we can grow in our business, how what professional benefit we can get it. Right, so I'm just moving to the next slide. This is my small of introduction. I'll not say much things about me because already Nancy she mentioned about me. So yeah, I'm Dhara Masani, and I'm here to love to talk about global business etiquettes. Moving to the next. Okay. Now, when we are talking about etiquettes, then there's a lots of categorize we can do. We can categorize, and I don't think so. 45 minutes or 1 hours it will be enough to talk about this all etiquettes. And there is a lots of experience, lots of case studies is available which we can talk about. So I was not able to like adjust all etiquettes over there. So that's why I pick few of the etiquettes. So what out of that? There is a greetings etiquettes. So we are going to talk about the etiquettes. There is a lunch etiquette. Oh, that's very much important when we are going in a business mate, when we are taking lunch with the our client or maybe customer. So lunch etiquette. When I'm talking about lunch etiquette, it comes like a food etiquette. So either it can be dinner, either it can be lunch. And gifting etiquettes. So of course there is a like some of business culture we can see, like there is a gifting procedure with what we have seen. There are people giving gift to each other. So there is a some of gifting culture is there, it's globally. And one very important point what I want to cover, and that is online call etiquettes. This is not a country-wise etiquettes what I am going to mention, but that is a generic etiquettes, and that is nowadays very much important because 80 to 90 percentage IT businesses convert in the online business now. Now even the people who, I mean, developer or the team, they were working together by sitting next to each other. That trend it's also now changed. Now people they are sitting at home or sitting in a different location and they are working. So online call it's not now become only limited for in between client and host. Now it's become online for everybody. So that's why this is very much important to understand online call etiquettes. There is few of general etiquettes also what we are going to talk about. So some of like latest articles what it says, I have a few of the data that I'll be happy to share with you when we'll talk about general etiquettes. Okay, so moving to the next, why global etiquettes it's important. That's a like long list. That's a long list. So definitely, I have just picked few of the points to give a importance of global etiquettes. Right. So out of that, giving social comfort. Actually, that is true. To adopt global etiquettes is giving a social comfort. Let me give you an example. Like if you have seen that, like, your client or maybe your customer who is coming to your place for attending some of event, and you will see them in the Indian dress wear in particular event, then it will be give you a different comfort zone, right? So that's giving comfort, social comfort to each other. Same way, when you are going to your client place, and if you are following their clothing culture, then it will be give more social comfort to them also. So that's about, I'm talking about clothes, that can be like your attitude, your gestures, or your behaviors. That's also come in the social comfort. Okay. One another, it is increase professional relation. That's obvious, right? When you are in a comfort zone with one person or group of the person, then, and of course your ultimate intention, it is a professional growth. So that will be make more easy path to increase professional relation. So that is one of the benefit. And third, this is, I always am with taking it as very important reason, and that is to giving the respect. Yes, when we are visiting any place, even any ritual place also, and if we are following their actions required things, then of course it is giving a respect, right? अगर आपने देखा हो like foreigner comes to the temple and they are just praying like that, it's giving a different respect to us for the particular person. So this is the same way when we are starting following that ritual in particular area or starting following their etiquettes, it's giving a respect. Parallelly, when we are giving respect to their person, talking style, behaviors, that is also creating a respect. And remove or reduce differentiate. Definitely, like, person to person, we have a differentiate. The same way, culture to culture difference, reason to reason difference. So that's a lots of difference what we can see. But how we can reduce that difference and we can focus on the one direction, and that is a professional growth. That is one of the way to reduce the differentiate in between the group of people. So if we are coming on the same gestures, same dressing gestures or behavioral gestures, then it will be help us to reach to the professional place, professional goal. So that is removing or reducing differentiation. And of course, that's a synonyms of that, and that is showing like it's in the same train or a trained. It shows like we are on the same train. We are having the same goal of this particular meeting. And at last, which is actually result, and that is create a professional mutual respect atmosphere and improve communication. Yes, that's improve communication, right? Once you are following, when you are starting following their particular actions, then it is easy to talk about, right? So communication is increase, and there will be mutual respectful atmosphere will be created. So this is a normal benefits when we are following global etiquettes. There's a lots of other things as well, but this is very high level, which is covering all, like either it's a student, either it's a professional person, or anyone. Then that will be right. Now moving to the next, as we talked about few type of etiquettes. So we will talk about few of out of that. Once it is greetings. So when we are meeting first time, or maybe face to face, or maybe online, how to address, how to greetings to each other. There is a different culture in different country, so that we should not follow everywhere similar type of, right? So in Thailand, what is rules? First of all, if you are attending any meeting, then you must be well prepared. That is basic their expectation. You must be well prepared. You should not go like unknownly, and you'll think about like, okay, in a runtime we'll prepare. No, that will be not. And the second, when receiving a business card, don't place it immediately on the table or in the business card case. That's obvious, right? When you are meeting certain people, so you can see like every time it's happened, like in a professional, maybe in a conference room, you are entering and you can see, customer is there already. And if you will do hi hello with them, and then immediately they'll offer you that business card. So what you need to do when you are accepting business card, then you should not just immediately just take it and just sit and just put in the table. No, that's very bad manners. You should pick that card and you need to spend some of second on that card. That's a good way. You are giving respect to the card. Now you need to, and that is good to give some comments as well. Of course, I have mentioned some of the comment, but comment should not be like, oh, nice card, ye अच्छा paper use हुआ है, nice ink, font style is good. No, that type of comment what we don't need to give to the business card. What should be comment? Let me give you an example. Suppose I got a card. What I'll do? Oh, Dhara Masani, delivery manager. Wow, nice. You must be having good experience. We definitely will learn from something from you. This is myself. Okay, so this is way we need to give some of comment on that particular business card, because business card it is not a small stuff, right? This is earning, person who earned this, and that's why they have a business card. So give that respect. So that's it, expected. Although like it is business, I mean country wise it is mentioned, but this is a generic also it's coming, and that should be followed at everywhere too. So not only just we are going to Thailand on or South Korean, and then only we need to follow certain etiquettes, but at other way we can do anything. Not like that. Right? Now in UK, simple handshake is norms for both men and women upon meeting and leaving, both the time. But this is in UK. Certain country where, as a man, you should not initiate handshake. You should wait when till female will initiate handshake. So if you are female, if you are visiting certain countries, you can initiate handshake. Don't wait, because until you will not initiate, men will not initiate handshake. So you need to take care. But yeah, UK there is no rules. UK both the people can do it. And even in a handshake also there is certain ways. For example, suppose you do handshake like normally, of course you should not like that. Like small hand and something. Of course, this is not a proposal. So that will be not like that. If you are doing handshake and if you are doing shaking for the two time. So first time when you are meeting face to face your customer or your client, then you can do twice shaking. But when you are meeting second time, not on the same day, but some other day or some other time, then you should be having more tightly handshake and more than three or four time handshake. Of course, not at a 10 or 12 time, but something around 4 to 5 times. So that's a norms in any country where handshake allow, where handshake not allowed, there is no shaking allowed for the 2, 3, or 4 times as well. Okay. Now in Germany, both men and women dressed is conservative dark suit and white shirt. So actually, when you are going to meet the person, other people in the Germany, or the person who is coming to the office, who's belong from the Germany, you should make sure you will be in the black and white clothes, especially dark suit and white shirt. Right? What is Romania? Be more formal and reserved at the initial greetings. See, it's not like you enter in the cabin and immediately just you raise your hand, or maybe you are initiating handshake. No, you need to be little bit reserved when you're meeting first time. But yeah, in the second time or later on second time, you can be normal to initiate greetings. In Nigeria, don't rush to greetings movement, as it is extremely rude in their culture. At what time, that is also important. When you are meeting first time, and if you are normal to raise your greetings, it is okay. But when you are leaving, then you should not be in rush to you to initiate greetings, or maybe doing handshake or something, or else it shows like you are in show rush to leave the place. So that shows very rude. So that we need to make sure when we are in Nigeria. So this type of different greetings in different country. One thing what I have not mentioned, and that is like few of the country having cheek level kisses also in as a greetings. So here, women to women it is very common, men to men it is very common, but men to women that is only women initiating, not men. So men will not initiate. And cheek to cheek kiss it is one, twice, and if suppose it is second or third meeting, then it can be 3 or 4 times, but not more than 4 times. So that is also one of another culture, but it is comes very rare at professional level. It comes at political level. It comes at a different level there, but professional level generally comes handshake. Okay, now food etiquettes. I'm not using word lunch etiquette, but the food etiquette. Now in England, Okay, yeah, that is actually right. And even this is I learned from my experience. In a table manner, when you are in a table, you should not put your elbow like this. This is not a good habit. If you can see my video, you can't put like this, or maybe like this. You need to be very straight when you are on the table. Right? China. If drink or food are offered by host, be sure to accept it. It's rude to refuse them. That's very true. And this is one of the experience what I have also done. When Chinese people they offer to you, then you should accept it. So sometimes it's happened. Like what was my experience? I'm non-vegetarian. I don't drink even. So what happened? It was like a table, and suppose the person they offer to you. Said you should not refuse it. So, but I did because I was not taking it. Uh, but it was I got the benefit because I was not host. I mean that person they client they were not host. I was host for them. They just been nice to me to offer that particular drink or the food, but I said no because I was not taking. But generally it should not be so. Before your food or lunch it start, you should let inform to proper coordinator about what is your choice of and what you are not taking, but not during food. So during food whatever it's getting offered to you, you should accept, otherwise it will be rude to them. Now in India, this is very much important. And that is true. You will be surprised. Like, is this etiquette in India? So yes. Don't say thank you in India. It means food I'm talking about. So yeah, you'll be surprised. Definitely you'll be surprised. In India, if you are taking food, I mean, you are invited for food, and after food, you should not thanks to the host. No. Why? Because Indian culture, it is made like food offer, it is a normal thing. So when somebody offer you food, lunch or dinner, after that, don't say thank you. But what you will do, yeah, you can say something good about the food, what you like the most, what taste it was. You can maybe ask certain things about the food if you are in the same if you are talking with the person who cooked this food, you can ask for that, but never say thank you after food. Right? So this is Indian culture. When we're talking about Japan, okay, so Japan, of course, you will get more noodles in the food, that is for sure. So you should serve noodle, but not eat food noodle. That is for sure. Chinese, it is okay, but in a Japan, you should not eat noodle. You should serve. So that's Japan's method. So if you are visiting Japan, especially for your office purpose, do enough practice at home. Okay. Now in Egypt, don't salt your food in Egypt. That's absolutely right. So you can see, like, when you have a food in your plate, and if you are asking for extra salt over there, it means you are saying that whomsoever cooked that food, it's not good for you. So something is missing. That's you are giving message. So that's why adding additional salt or even anything, any ingredients, that is. Not good habit in Egypt. But yes, you can use additional sauce which is already served to your table. So that you can do it. So in Egypt, you will not get salt on the table, what generally we are getting in India and somewhere. Right now, China. So China is, for example, you are on a table and you got a fish on your plate. Now, if you are turning back that fish, that's very bad luck. So you should not. Whatever the way it's served, you need to start eating it. You can't turn it back. So that's a bad luck. So flipping a fish, it's a bad luck in the China. And if drink or food are offered by host, this is again the same point what it's mentioned above as well, and it will be rude if you will say no to particular food or drink. Now, gifting. Okay, gifting etiquettes, it's important because this is not the normal person who is giving their emotion to another person. This is not an emotion transferring. This is a business gifting to each other. So, gifting etiquettes is important when we are talking about business level, professional level. right? So in Japan, when if you want to give a gift to any short, be sure to avoid a number 4 or 9. So in a Japan, gifting count 4 or 9, it's a bad luck. So it's called unlucky. So avoid these two numbers, 4 and 9. You can give any other combination names as a gift, right? What is South Korea? Do not give a gift that is more expensive than what they could afford to give you. Right. So you should go like that. Of course, you can't go and just give a gift to like a diamond to somebody who is very costly. No, just give a gift which is like a balance out. And Kenya, never use the left hand when giving a gift. Instead, use right or both hand. That's in the Kenya. See, some of the things when we are talking about country wise, it means not we need to follow certain rules in particular that country. If we follow similar rules in the relevant other countries as well, that will be good gesture. So something like that. When we are gifting to in any country, and left hand gift, it is not good habit. Either we should give by right hand or use your both hand. So I think nowadays people are using both hand, even if it is a small envelope or small packing box. But person will give both hand, and even receiver also need to use both hand, not a single hand, right? Argentina, if receive a gift, open it immediately. So this is a something different culture. There is a few of country where it says somebody is giving you gift, then don't open it immediately. Even like here also, like Christmas or maybe in a birthday, when we are getting a gift, we are not in a rush to open it, because that's a surprise for us. Generally we do open gifting at a later on stage. But in Argentina, it says when you are giving a gift, especially professional gift to each other, then try to open it immediately. What is after that? If you are opening it immediately in front of everybody, or maybe who gave the gift in front of that person, then even appreciate that gift. Not only just open and see and then wow and then just put it back. No, not like that. Even appreciate also. Talk about that gift also. Spend 2-3 minutes on that. But sometimes it's not possible. For example, like lots of people are in the queue who is giving a gift, then receiver will not be able to open it. So in that case, that little, it can be the liberal, and that's fine if it is open at later on stage. But if it is open later on stage, then the back call to give them a thanks, or talk about that particular gift to the individual person, that is also good method to do it. Okay? If offering a gift, a bottle of important spirit is always good idea. Okay, so that is a general etiquettes. Okay. Now in a China, present and receive a card or gift with both hand. So this is the same what I have mentioned above as well. So gift will be single handed. That should be both hand. It should use. So those are things. One another thing, like you can see the cultural behavior also we have observed. Like in India, when we are like that fulo wala har, when we are giving to, when we are welcoming to guest. So what guests generally do, immediately they remove and they're giving back to somebody, giving to somebody. So that is normal practice, especially like politicians or some guru coming to the home. Then this is happening. But in foreign country, it's not happening. They will not remove immediately. They will keep it like that for certain period, and then it will get removed. So like that. Now, coming to the online call etiquettes, I'll not go country wise. Online call generally nowadays we are like a Google Talk or maybe a Zoom call. What we are doing, and there is a different lots many platforms there where we are doing online calls. And this call, it's not all limited to the business call. There is now students also using this call. There is some other offices, and that's also it's happening. So of course we will go right now. It's a professional call etiquettes as well, but nowadays it's very much important, right? So first, whenever we are talking about this call, this whole line, it is very much easy to understand, and that is be on time. Don't be late in any call. If you are late, then mention a reason, which is valid reason, and be always in professional attire. So nowadays what happened, like it is online call and it is quite easy, like just clicking on a button and just hide our video. But still always be in a professional attire, because whenever opposite person coming on a video, you should make your video on. So you should be in the professional attire, so that anytime, if suppose required to come on a video, you will look very professional. Check your backgrounds. It should be properly light and background image also. Many times what I have observed, like background voice, background image, it is distracting to the audience. So you should make sure your background image or background voice both will be in your control. Right? So that is important. Now, greetings to all people according to their time zone, country, and culture. So nowadays it is happening, like we majorly having a client from the USA, and we generally meets USA client at our evening time, Indian evening time, which is their morning time. So how to greetings people. So for example, you are a host, you starting meeting where you and your team already there in a meeting, and now client side team they are coming. Nowadays, now in this situation, what you need to do, you simply need to say good morning to individual person, to team of people or something. So you should say good morning. But if you are late in the meeting and already your team, I mean Indian team and USA team, both are there, then you should greetings to both of team. So like this, good morning to, then you can say the client name and the team, and good evening to my team, like that. So you need to greetings to both. So because you was late and everybody was there, so like that, you need to address the people and you need to share your greetings. Keep always video on if you are in one-on-one meeting. That's true. If you are in a group of team, then it is not compulsory. There is a different rules in behind. But if you are in a one-on-one call, especially with your client, then make your video on. This is giving different impact. This is, you are like making eye contact, you are understanding, you are sharing your expression, you are understanding, you are downloading the data what they are saying. So make a video on. Even try to your internal team as well when you have a one-on-one meeting. It's the same benefit also will be there. Do your video on if your clients also have a video on. It means, suppose this is again insulting when your opposite person or maybe your client who is in a meeting and he has his audio or his video on, but if you, and in return you and your team not having video on. So you should make your video on when you are talking, when you are doing hi hello to each other. I'm talking about, of course, once meeting will start, one presentation will start, somebody start talking about, in that case you can make your video off. That is all okay, because now focus it's on the screen where there's a presentation is going on or maybe some demonstration is going on, right? When you are in a presentation mode, then only presenter would need to make video on. That is true. So in that case, no need to everybody be on video. Only presenter should be there and video. So that's a very normal thing which is nowadays everybody is following. When people are talking in any topic and your screen is shared, then don't move your mouse. This is very much important. See, suppose you are demonstrating something where here and there in the corner some of actions item you are doing in the screen, and you are explaining as well. Till the time it is okay, your mouse is moving according to your discussion. But suppose in the same page certain discussion is happening with group of people where you are either a part of that discussion, either not a part of that discussion. So in that case, don't move your mouse. Just stop your mouse at somewhere, or else it is distracting, because shared screen, it's a central location where people have their eyes on it. Yes, you can move your mouse at the location, above the location person they are talking about. Something like this is like this button what we have in a top of corner, we should be having in this color. So you can move your mouse over to that button. That is all okay. But don't, like, here and there and dragging like that. So it should not like be there. If you are starting recording, then first always take a permission from it. That is important, and this is comes data protection rules as well. So when you are starting recording, you should ask, you should take a permission of audience. That's the rules nowadays, like a system or the tool what we are using, that tool itself informing to the audience, and whomsoever is not want to record, they can stop also. So that facility also it's available in the different tool. If you are host, then you should close Zoom call once 80% audience will leave Zoom call. Okay, so that is happening. Like, many times what I have observed, whomsoever is host, suppose it's a finished meeting and now they says, okay, bye, good night, or have a great day or something. Then what will happen? Immediately they'll click on the end button and that's finished for everybody. It's not listening like every other people also answering there. Like a few people, they are answering a little late and says, thank you for this meeting, thanks, and returning greetings as well. So ideally, 80% of audience is there, or maybe at least 80% audience will leave till the time host should be there in the Zoom call. Host should not close that call. Okay, so this is all about the different etiquettes what we talked about. Now this is one of very true few liners what I have read somewhere, and that is cultural etiquettes is opposite of be yourself. So now, like initially हमें बहुत सिखाया जाता था, be confident, be yourself. But when we're talking about cultural etiquettes adopt, then we need to be little opposite of that, and that is respect to other self. So that's one of things. When we are starting respecting, we are making ourselves as a second priority, and respecting to other culture, adopting or maybe accepting for certain period of culture. That's called etiquettes. Okay, there is a few of link I will share to the Nancy. This is few of reading materials what I got it for particular this. There's just lots and lots of things also which is mentioned in that particular links about the global etiquettes. So I couldn't adjust every content over here in the PPT. So that's why I thought about to share here in the PPT form, in the PPT itself. So this is things. I have a few of pictures. This is again like limited picture what I have used in the PPT. That there can be lots of things. Now what is it? Oh, sorry. This is wrong because one to one there is a communication is happening. But when it is two-handed receiving or giving, it means this is correct one. Okay, now when you are on a table, business that is for the maybe lunch or dinner, and you are if you are waiting like this, what it shows, it seems like you are very hungry. That is one thing. Second, you are very angry, or maybe something like you are not in a business meet. You are maybe in the very casual meet. It seems so. Should not be your gestures, when you are waiting for food. So that's absolutely wrong. But what you can do, you can put that everything as it is and just be straight on the table. Talk to the people till food gets served. Right? So this is right thing. Few other pictures. Is it right handshake? No, you are not there to make a friendship. This is shows we both are not in the same train. This is shows like this is different mindset. Right? So this is not a good way. Is this a good way? No, this is not a proposal. So this is not a good way. But yes, some in a country or some of place where giving a greetings, there is a way where the forefinger is getting like forefinger will be held by one of the hand and there will be kiss on at this area. But that's a part of greetings. That's not a part of handshake. So when we are talking about handshake, this is a wrong method. Is this? Oh no, this is we are not for the friendship. So this is also again wrong. Is this? No, we are not there for fighting. So this is also wrong. This is yes. This is the right one. Again, as I mentioned, when you are meeting first time, then you should be having soft holding and one or twice second. But if it is meeting a second or later on any time, on other days, not on the same day, then it can be checked till 4 or 5 times, not more than that, of course. Okay, so this is it's all about business etiquette. What I got from my knowledge or some recent experience, what I have done. So that's it from my side, and now I'll be happy, Nancy, if you can. I have a few videos as well. Nancy, if you can play for all of us.
No, it's not forks and spoons that are a no-no here, just forks. And it's not like you can't use a fork, you just can't eat from one. Let me explain. In Thailand, picking food up with a fork is considered bad form. However, you are allowed to push food onto a spoon using a fork. That's it. And if you think you can't go wrong with just sticking to chopsticks, you better forget about it if you're having rice. It's traditionally served on plates, not bowls, and a spoon is what you need to enjoy it the Thai way. 11. Don't clean your plate in China. What's the best way to show the cook you really liked your meal? Eat up every single morsel on your plate, right? Maybe even ask for more if you really enjoyed it. In China, however, it's impolite to finish eating everything on your plate. Empty plates indicate that a host hasn't served enough food and guests are still hungry. So if you want to compliment the chef or host, leave some food on your plate, no matter how tasty it is. Yes, you'll need to control yourself somehow. Oh, and believe it or not, belching at the table isn't just acceptable, but also a great way to show you're enjoying the meal. 10. Be ready to share a plate in Ethiopia. As you sit at the table in Ethiopia waiting for someone to give you a plate to eat from, you might miss the actual meal. Everyone else will just eat from one large serving plate in the middle of the table without using any cutlery. For many locals, getting a plate to yourself is weird and even wasteful. Only grab from the part of the serving dish closest to you. Reaching across is considered rude. Also, wait for the end of the meal to enjoy the meat dishes. They're the last thing to be eaten. 9. In Italy, you'll insult the chef if you ask for extra cheese. I don't know about you, but the more cheese on my pizza or pasta, the better. And although Italians do love this product, it's considered rude to ask for extra cheese. It may insult the chef because they take it as you not liking the dish the way they prepared it and wanting to change it. And get ready for this. Adding Parmesan to your pizza is also considered pretty crazy. Plus, not all pasta dishes are supposed to go with Parmesan either. Hey, Italians are known for their incredible culinary arts, so let's just take it from the experts. 8. Don't ask for salt and pepper in Portugal. Just like you shouldn't ask for extra cheese in Italy, you can erase the phrase, "Could you please pass me the salt?" from your vocabulary if you are in Portugal. If you ask for salt and pepper here, you may hurt people's feelings. It's kinda like with Italy, the cook may feel insulted by the fact that you need to spice up the dish they've served you. Plus, if you're eating local, you probably won't even need to add any more seasonings to your food. I mean, these chefs are highly skilled and respected. They'll whip up the best meal of your life. 7. Be careful with chopsticks in Japan. Let's imagine you're dining in Japan. Chopsticks feel like the best utensil to go with. Yet when you stick them in your rice bowl, you get surprised looks. What's the faux pas here? Well, it's not recommended to stand your chopsticks up vertically in the land of the rising sun. According to tradition, people place chopsticks vertically during funerals. In a restaurant, doing this may insult the owner. So, to avoid an awkward situation, set your chopsticks down parallel to the edge of the table in front of you if you're taking a break between bites. 6. Don't touch food with your left hand in the Middle East. In the Middle East, India, and some African countries, the left hand is used for, cleaning yourself up after you go to the bathroom. In South India, you can't even touch the plate with your left hand since it's considered too dirty to be anywhere near food. So if you ever find yourself in this part of the world, remember to go with your right hand to eat or socialize. And what should you do if you're left-handed? Go without eating? Of course not. Just make sure you only use your left hand in that case, because for you, it's basically what a right hand is to right-handed people. 5. Don't just sip on your wine in Georgia. Wait, what? Why am I not allowed to slowly sip on my wine in one of the major wine regions in the world? Well, it all comes down to the art of toasting, which Georgians do not take lightly. Only after someone at the table finishes their long, beautiful, heartfelt story of how they're wishing everyone present good health and love can you drink your wine. And you have to drink the whole glass at once. Bottoms up! 4. Don't fill your own glass in Japan. If you find yourself at a dinner party in Japan and wine is involved, never get a refill yourself. You're supposed to fill the glass of the person sitting next to you at the table, and they'll return the favor. If you can't wait for your refill and decide to ignore the friendly neighbor rule, don't be surprised when you get disapproving looks. So, just be patient and respectful. 3. Only drink cappuccino before noon in Italy. It's a sunny afternoon in Rome, you get yourself a cappuccino and a nice little dessert, and you're getting weird glances from everyone around. Italians do drink cappuccinos, of course, but it's mostly a breakfast drink or even a substitute for breakfast. But if you drink this milky, foamy coffee later in the day, it can upset your stomach, at least according to the locals. No one will say anything to you or get offended, but they'll immediately know you're a tourist. So if you're looking to blend and fit in, grab an espresso after 12 p.m. and get that caffeine boost you probably need around this time of the day anyway. 2. Guests are welcomed with half a cup of tea in Kazakhstan. When we think tea ceremony, we usually associate it with the UK and all their fancy tea drinking etiquette. But it turns out there are plenty of tea fans in Kazakhstan, and they've got rules when it comes to drinking it as well. Whenever you visit someone's home or even some company's office, you'll be offered a cup of tea. But that cup won't be filled to the brim. Before you start questioning your host's generosity, remember this. Half a cup actually means your hosts don't want you to leave soon. Pouring just half a cup is the host's way of letting you know that they want to keep your nice conversation going and keep pouring you piping hot tea. If you get a full cup, however, it's a slight hint that it's time to go home. 1. A clean teapot is a teapot without a soul in China. If you've been invited to a tea ceremony in China and offer your help with the dishes afterwards, don't even think about washing that teapot. The Chinese don't wash teapots, especially traditional clay ones with dish liquid. It's washed with water or special sand and then left to air dry. The resulting plaque that has all the flavor and color of tea gives the teapot soul, which is why it's prohibited to kill it with different cleaning chemicals. You don't want to upset the ancient Chinese tea spirits, do you? Yeah, me neither.
Yes, Nancy. That's it. Okay, so Nancy, you can see like this is way different culture it is. I have a few point also to share with all people. Of course, it was not part of my PPT, but that is quite interesting what I just found in a day or two. So something like in Turkey, what it is like there is a like Turkey. It's a famous for hospitality. So when you are in a meeting, you will get continuously served tea or coffee, but important it is you will not get a milk in that. So you will be having coffee with water, hot water, and sugar. Same with the tea as well. And you will be having always small cup. And you don't need to like drink in a one time. You need to go with a long period with the same. As soon as you'll finish, you will get another one. You will get another one. So the whole meetings will be like that. So this is happening in the Turkey. One another thing that is Russia. So generally, you can see whiskey. It's a drink which generally professionally meet people they order, but in especially Russia, vodka it's a pleasure and it's a ritual. So good to ask for vodka, and we need to make sure whomsoever will open a bottle need to finish that bottle, the way whatever it is. Right, so that's in the Russia. There is one another, it's in the Spain. We need to avoid argument when we are dealing with the Spain people, because Spain's, that's a synonyms of the Spain, and that is changing your opinion. They people are more adaptive, so they don't like argument, they don't like more negotiation. So that's why you should be a little bit adaptive in the nature when you are dealing with the Spain people. In the China, like generally in our trade, it is globally trade, it is to not call sir or ma'am. But in China, when the person who is in above designation or in the manager designation, you should call sir and ma'am. Uh, when we are talking about in some other country, there is no sir and ma'am, but yes, they call Mr. or Miss, no Mrs. Mrs. It's only for the paper, but calling always Mr. or Miss. But nowadays there is a trend to call only with the name. So in the name, we are using only name to calling the people. So that now it is that's a more trendy. Yeah. So I think this is it's all about in the global etiquettes, and that's really helps when the people are there following our etiquettes according to our etiquettes, which feels good. Of course, we are also happy. The same way when we are dealing with other people in other different culture, and we are understanding their culture, that's giving different impact. So that's it, Nancy. I'm done from my side. Oh yeah, there is one more thing.
In Germany, we usually greet like this. Guten Tag, freut mich Sie kennenzulernen. Or if you're with closer friends, people that you've already seen, you can just say, oh, hallo, wie geht's?
태국에서는 인사할 때 천니 이렇게 하고 위치는 약간 가슴 중간 정도? 그리고 머리 속여요 이 정도? 여자는 이렇게 하고 사와디카라고 말하는데 근데 남자는 사와디캅라고 해요.
In Australia, we commonly say good day to someone that you meet or that you see on the street. So saying good day is a really nice way to say good day instead of saying hello. So good day, how are you? How's it going? Also, it's really common to hug friends when you meet them for the first time. So give your friends a really big hug next time you see them when you're in Australia.
In South Africa, we usually just say hello, but if you're a little more comfortable, we would say how's it? Or if you're really comfortable and with your friends, we would say awe. I think that's awe is kind of a slang, so awe can mean a couple of things as well. But usually we just say hello, how's it? And for your friends, awe.
한국은 반말과 존댓말이 있는데요. 반말은 친구들 만났을 때 편하게 안녕 이렇게 인사를 하고 어른들한테는 안녕하세요 하고 이렇게 숙이는 거예요. 근데 친구들 만났을 때는 머리도 안 숙여도 되고 그냥 안녕 이렇게 하면 돼요.
인도네시아에서는 처음 만났을 때 hello 이렇게 하고 나마사야 아짜 어른 만나면은 assalamualaikum 이렇게 꼭 해야 됩니다. 어른에게는.
In the US, we greet like this. Hey! Or hug. Hug with close friends, not strangers. If you know the person, if they're your close friends, we would say hi or hey. I think hello is a little bit more formal, so you could say hello, but usually hi or hey.
베트남에서는 그 인사할 때 악수하면서 신자오라고 해요. 신자오. 처음 만날 때 신자오. Tôi tên là Quyên. 나는 Quyên 이라고 해요. 만나서 반갑다. rất vui khi được gặp bạn.
일본에서는 인사를 할 때 아침에는 오하요 고자이마스 이러는 것 같아요. 살짝 손도 이렇게 하거나 이렇게 고개를 많이 숙이기도 하죠. 점심에는 코니치와, 저녁에는 곤방와라고 해요. 근데 지금 알려드린 인사들은 다 존댓말이어가지고 친구 만날 때 오하요 이렇게 아침 인사하고 코니치와랑 곤방와는 사실 잘 안 써요. 친구 만날 때. 저는 야호 막 이렇게 얘기하거나 가끔 영어로도 하루 막 이렇게 얘기할 때도 있어요.
If we meet friends, we greet like this. Coucou, ça va? Salut! Like that. And if we meet older people, stranger, or in a workplace setting, we greet like this. Enchanté de vous rencontrer. And we shake hands.
중국에서 처음 만날 때는 악수하면서 니하오 이렇게 하거나 자기보다 어른 아니면 중요한 분 만날 때는 닌하오 이렇게 합니다. 그리고 친구 만날 때는 하이 아니면
Hello.
싱가포르에서는 되게 간단하게 Hi, I am Joe from Singapore 그냥 이름이랑 어디서 왔는지 캐주얼하게 그냥 Hi, Hey 손으로 이렇게 흔들면 될 것 같습니다.
So that's it from my side, especially in the global etiquettes.
Thank you so much, Dara. Thank you so much for sharing a lot of other things. See, I think we have been live from quite some time now. It's almost an hour, and you've talked about 45 minutes. Uh, See, we have this feedback from Amit Kumar, who is saying that it was a nice and knowledgeable session. Thank you for arranging it. We have a comment from Chintan Patel. Nice session, ma'am. Thank you. Uh, yeah, Chintan is also saying that it was great. So, in all, people also liked it and enjoyed it. I just want to ask you one thing, Rara. Is there any experience that you had in your career in interaction with different people from different countries? Something that you will never be able to forget? Something, that you were not expecting something like that, but that happened, and that is something that you will never forget. Any such experience you would like to share?
Yes, yes, yes. Recently, not recently, but it's 2 year back. I went to one of exhibition, and that one was Chitec exhibition. So, what is like generally this exhibition? It's about like there is a huge number of IT company coming, and they are like buying their that booth, and they are presenting their softwares or the systems and something. So I've been there and thought about to like having a few of words learning before visiting there, and how to say hello in Japan's in different country and something. So of course I did little bit practice as well, and then I've been there. Right. So at some place it was good, but at some place, of course, it was something like, because when we do first time, so they corrected me even at that time. Like, okay, this is not the right way, this is the right way. So like that. So of course I was not in intention, or even it was not seems like insulting to them, but they liked it because I was trying their culture. So even I also like when the person they were saying namaste in the return. So that is very 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 nice experience. In the same, I had a very good photograph with the different people as well. So that was very great experience.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
because
yes,
that's not our language. That's not in our culture. So you have to put an extra effort in knowing that how to say hello in Chinese, or how to say hello in Japanese, or in other languages. But
yeah,
of course, कितना भी practice कर लो, there are chances कि थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो ही जाएगा वो चीज. But then
exactly.
what I've observed is they like it when you greet them in their language as per
True.
their culture. जैसे
Very
हमें कोई नमस्ते करता है तो हमें अच्छा लगता है ना, तो इन अ सिमिलर मैनर, so
uh,
these are very small things, but they make huge difference in terms
yeah,
of building a relationship with people from different countries.
correct. Absolutely right. Right.
Yeah, so thank you so much for conducting this session. It has been pleasure listening to you. So just for the audience, I would say that Dhara was not feeling well from last 2 days, and we were a little skeptical, like whether she would be able to conduct this session or not. But yes, she has kept her word, and she was like, today morning I got a message. Okay, I'm up and working, and we'll go ahead with this session. So kudos to you for bringing this up and doing it in an amazing way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And this is Indian greetings. Namaste.
So that was Dhara Masani here with us at Speakers Circle talking about global business etiquette. Did you like this session? If yes, then do share your thoughts. If you have any feedback or suggestions for the speaker, you can share them as well. We would surely like to improvise ourselves. As we say, we all are learners and learning never ends. So we would surely like to learn from you and move ahead. At the same time, this was just an attempt to share insights towards global business etiquettes. Of course, this is not a complete picture of it. As Dara also said, that there's so many things that you can't cover everything in just 1 hour. So do your research, read more about it, and be mindful when you are going into any other countries and dealing with people from different cultures. Because if you can adopt their culture, they'll always like it and they'll always prefer it. But then you need to do it correctly. So research would help, reading would help, such session would help. So yes, so as I said, at Speaker Circle, we go live on this YouTube channel every Thursday. Next Thursday, we are going to have storytelling. So join us around 7:30 p.m. next Thursday, and we'll surely find something interesting for you. At the same time, consider subscribing this YouTube channel, because I'm sure you'll find a lot of videos. Like we have, I think, almost 450. I think we would be reaching 450 mark very soon. 450 videos, which are speeches given by different people on different topics. So if you need to prepare something, you might get content from here. If you need to present something, you might get helpful tips of public speaking from here. And other than that, the live sessions are always fun. Apart from that, I hope that you all are safe during this COVID times, and you're taking care of yourself. So take care, and I'll see you on next Thursday. This is Nancy Shah signing off on behalf of Speakers Circle. Bye bye.